Welcome back to episode what the hell ever of what very quickly devolved into our homebrew of Cyberpunk Red Black Mass Saga. Last week the crew, with the recent departure of Dallas, rest in peace temporarily, we introduced a solo named Valerie who goes by the handle Xena, who's kind of replaced Dallas in this crew. Dallas, unbeknownst to the crew, isn't actually dead. I mean, he is, but he's not. It's kind of complicated. And he's off to do some clandestine stuff. However, the crew used Dallas's contact into Ziggurat, a Cyrus Fletcher, to procure a job to do a simple B&E, go in and out data grab at a old Militech warehouse. All right. If anybody else has anything they'd like to add to that for an extra luck point.
We almost had a shootout with that corpo bitch.
I forgot about that.
Spicy.
Good job.
And Dallas's old body, clone body, duplicate, whatever, is floating in our tank. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I'll let you drive, Joan. That was
You did.
It was a personal landmark of trust for Mateo.
She also
Thank you for saying that.
She dropped us a line about she's got something she wants us to do. Oh, it's so close. I'm trying to remember.
Say that again, but slower.
She's gonna let us know like the day before something happens she wants us to go do because her daughter died. She got nuked by a chip.
Oh, she was the one we found in the crowd at the Bozo arson thing. Yeah.
Super early campaign.
This is
Lieutenant
Xena.
Styles of Militech.
Xena's like, what did that lady say? Because she had no idea what was happening. Lieutenant Styles. You also said she's in our agent, which I need to do. Really.
Yes, she'll be contacting you the day before the drone parade. Because there's this mysterious figure that seems to be causing mayhem around Night City.
Okay.
They haven't been able to get a good hold on.
And we got and you may have said this, but I want to make sure I remember correctly. I'm sorry if I missed it. We got the mission to do the B&E, the Militech B&E from the Ziggurat contact, right?
Yes, Cyrus Fletcher.
Thank you, Cyrus Fletcher. Okay. I don't think I have anything else besides Valerie's pissed. I'll do some narration about that.
All right.
So I know that we ended with the Dallas scene, but where did we, like back at Black Mass, end off? Were we still there?
I was actually about to ask about that. Because last thing I remember, actually, I didn't take notes for it, but last thing I remember you guys doing is taking the job from Fletcher. I don't know if you guys were on your way to the warehouse, or if you guys were going to stock up a little bit, do some recon beforehand.
We usually do some recon, so I think we're probably going to do that. Right, y'all?
I think so. What do you mean,
Generally
Valerie? You've
speaking,
never
yeah.
been here. What do you mean we usually do that? You don't know shit about us.
That's fair.
No, yeah. Oh, I'm suddenly remembered of Mateo doing a bad cowboy accent. I forget why. Completely unnecessary.
He
Well,
was trying to be
because-
He was trying to pretend to be Dallas. I remember.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
right. We had a contact.
Cyrus called Dallas, and Dallas is not there. That was pretty good.
Bonjour, partner.
Oh Christ. Yeah. What kind of recon can we do in advance of this? The actual job is to protect the drone parade. What is the actual like?
Well, this one, there's like a
Actually-
server that's getting a ping, in this bunker that's supposedly abandoned.
That's
We
right.
have to get
The
data
drone parade.
off of.
The drone parade is the Militech job.
I
The
think-
warehouse is the Ziggurat job.
I gotcha.
So we have to take the data off that server. Is that right? They want to know what the server's doing.
Yes. Whatever entity that's been causing mayhem has been pinging off of a server bank in the old Militech warehouse. You're trying to go there and
Okay.
kind of delete data off of it so it doesn't tie back to Ziggurat.
And it's been implied under our conjecture is that this entity is a rogue AI that is called Reaper, or we think is called Reaper.
Possibly. It could be a rogue AI. It could be just like maybe a cyber psycho net runner. Nobody knows yet.
Okay, we just know Reaper, and we think it's involved with this stuff going on with chips. That's what we're trying to find out, right? That's what we're
But
doing.
rogue AI is your safest bet, really. Yeah.
Because it's the thing that took over the Nozos.
Well, if we need to get more intel, I could post out and I forget the term for it. How you say keep a lookout for a couple of days. Try to see if anybody comes or goes. Stakeout. That's the word. Yes. But it'd be easier with a partner. Can't stay awake 24/7.
Are we all going to go, or is there a reason to split up? It may be best to take a look to decide when we see the venue if there's a place for one of you to jack in. We might find more information there.
As far as splitting up, if we had someone who had something they could do from another point, as in getting into contact or doing anything here, we could go half and half. But I'm fine for doing a drive-by and seeing what we can find out at first glance. We might even feel bold enough to just saunter on in, no?
Or find out it's guarded. Let's go.
I think, yeah.
See what we can determine there. If we feel the need to stick it
Okay,
out, we still
so-
can.
Ubik is sick, by the way. He's somewhere upstairs. He's taking a nap in a pew.
That was my headcanon. That was where Dallas slept at night. He just laid down in a pew.
A little hungover from whatever.
That's right. We don't have living quarters in our hideout.
You don't. Yeah, you're really just kind of squatting in this old church.
Crave sleeps on his exam table.
Mateo might still be sleeping in Joan then. Shit.
Just imagine like the Black Mass more as like a safe house, more than like I don't know, like a barracks, if that makes sense.
That's a good point.
It's our clubhouse.
We could
so
always
can hang out.
expand, dig into like how we have the back room. We could have like one on the other side for beds and shit. Go back to fucking base build out simulator rather than Cyberpunk.
All right, so with whoever's going with Mateo, the warehouse itself will be in the Haywood Industrial Zone, which is in the southeast of the city. Right there, you got it. Yeah,
Gotta go over this bridge to get there.
you guys are right around here.
We all gonna go? We all wanna go check it out, or do we wanna send someone to shop?
I think for first glance, let's all go just in case shit hits the fan, and then we can decide how to tackle it from there.
I largely agree.
Yeah.
We bravely go.
Ba-bum. Don't like that.
Don't worry about it. All right.
Random dice roll.
It's gonna
What's
take you
that
40
mean?
minutes. It's gonna take you 40 minutes to get there. For me deciding things.
Yeah. Oh, traffic isn't too bad. It's not. It's been worse.
What the DM doing?
All right. So when you drive to the outside of the warehouse, I have a lot of things blocked off real quick. Ignore that. I gotta erase some of these.
Oh, big map.
Mm-hmm. My anxiety's through the roof now. Oh.
This song will certainly help with that.
This is so creepy.
Hmm.
Oh,
Un elemento.
it's all the way around. I'm scared.
Well, pick me up. I'm scared.
In the top of the map right here, there's a loading bay, which looks like they load trucks and doing shipments. There's garage doors on the left and far right. There seems to be parking on either side and what looks to be a parking lot in the back as well.
Okay, is the back the bottom of the map or the top of the map? The back is the top of the map?
The back is the bottom of the map.
Okay. So this up here to the north is like the public entrance. Is what we drive by. Like that's
Yeah.
where the road would take us.
When you drive
into.
by, there's like a door or two in the back right here, but it seems to be more shipping. The entrances seem to be on either side with the garages.
I think Mateo would start by doing a lap around and trying to clock to see if he sees any bodies, or if it seems unmanned from the outside. What kind of check do I need to be making about that?
Perception.
Perk. 17.
17, nice. So with 17, you don't see anyone out there. But it seems to be that there's power to the facility. Like as you can see, some of like the what appear to be street lights that are on some kind of grid, which you would mistake for being on a grid. But some of the cameras have the little red light in them, like they're actively recording, even though it's seemingly unmanned. Also with a 17. Second. Oh, that's right. I gotta go back to the GM mode.
That's
Wop,
interesting.
wop, wop.
Mateo, do you share that with the group?
No, for sure. Yeah. No, I decided to selfishly hoard information on this information gathering trip.
Figured I would ask.
That is just like you.
if it were Dallas here, I might, but you know. This
Well,
Valerie
7
chick, she's pretty cool.
It's okay. We're gonna see.
With the
how-
17 in the back lot that I was telling you, where you've noticed that there's a couple of vehicles. There's also a few people there too.
Oh, my.
Looks like just a couple booster gangers, as well as this guy, a man with a large blonde pompadour.
I hate him already. If you tell me his name's Johnny, I will leave.
Is it Johnny
It is
Silverhand?
No,
No. Oh, I see down here.
Yeah, the bottom middle. Okay.
Was that a Johnny Bravo joke?
maybe.
Ben says it may still be. Alright. He's gonna
You
be
never
big and-
know.
A big buff solo. It's gonna be scary. He's gonna murder us all. Okay, that's not good.
Interesting fact: did you know that Elvis Presley was a 7th degree black belt in karate?
We about to find out.
That might not be relevant. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
Buddy.
Hmm.
I think
they don't appear to be acting aggressively or sketchy, but they're just kind of hanging out. The Elvis-looking motherfuckers leaning against the car, smoking a cigarette.
the rides look nice or they look pretty shitty?
Well, in the
Middle
middle.
of the road. Okay.
And they
They're
don't
just
seem
kinda
to
mid.
be professionally dressed, at least based on his description. They're not in Militech gear.
They're not professional. They don't look like amateurs as far as Edgerunners go, but they're not. No, they're not tactical.
I wonder if they're lookouts or if they're
Squatters.
just hired to hang around to keep people away.
I wonder if they know how to get inside.
This is
Wonder if they'd even share that information.
I'm flat ass
I-
broke, but if we had the money, we might could run them off that way.
Oh, you are the opposite of Dallas. That's all that man thinks about this.
I joined this group with $40 in my account versus Dallas, who had like 6,000 or something.
So you knew you had access to his bank accounts. You know how much he was making. Oh shit! It's all coming together. I could, if we wanted to do a longer operation, I could set up a stakeout using a family car, something less distinct and iconic. Try to see if they go in or out, or if anybody else comes by. Oh,
So,
this is not Cyberpunk.
oh, did yours skip through? Mine's still going.
Mine's on like a Stardew Valley track.
Rejoin me, or whatever it is you got to do.
I don't know how I.
Anyway, so I have to be honest with you guys. She doesn't say you all.
Y'all.
Yeah, no, she's not Southern. I did things quite a bit more differently than Dallas, and I don't know much about the tactical side of things. Is there any reason we can't just go bust their heads open and take their keys?
It depends on what
we're
we want.
being real. That sounds
mean,
good.
I'm for that, but we initially came as a reconnaissance mission. So
No, I have to.
drawing attention.
Devin does not agree with that. Xena's all about
Okay.
it. as a player.
That's debatable.
What, you don't think? You think I don't know. I might want to fight him a little bit, but I don't. Xena wants to go crack heads because Xena wants to. Devin thinks that's kind of taking a risk we don't have to take.
I'll look to Crave and to Buck and Neko. Is there any additional? Can you do a scan to see if we have any exterior ports we could jack into? Is there any reason that we should? Any reason you could think of to delay, Crave?
I mean, I could always look around and see what else we got going on, but honestly, not much use outside of general recon. You did a pretty alright job of fighting them.
Yeah, are there any ports I can jack into as our resident jacker offer?
Terrible handling for that.
Not on the outside of the building.
Double jacking.
Not on the outside of the building. I don't know.
So we see cameras. There probably is an access port inside.
Cameras will see us take them out.
Am I able to hack into the cameras?
If you find an access port inside, maybe.
Oh, inside.
Yeah, that's the stickler there.
Is anybody particularly good at perception? Can we check for like smaller windows and ways where like one person might be able to sneak in as opposed to?
I am pretty tiny, so
Let me read.
fit into tight spaces.
We can jack you up so you can jack on in.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you're gonna notice like where on the top of the map, there's a door right here.
Right where?
Actually, there's right here, top left.
Top left.
You're not
You can
pinging
kind
it
of see
really
it right there.
well.
There's like a sign there. Actually, both of these little parking areas on the sides of the map have little doors at the ends of them.
So you're talking about like right here?
Yeah.
We can't see you pinging. I'm sorry. So these guys over here.
Yeah, it's right here. The entrance right here is a garage door, which is closed, but those are regular doors.
This is the garage door. This is the regular door.
Yeah, there's a
Got you.
Yeah.
I see your little drawings. Feel like
And then there's a door back there by the punks. Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Ping one more
and
time.
one on the opposite side.
Here, right?
Bottom center.
How many grenades do we have? Also, Xena gives credit back
No.
his grenade.
The sign doesn't automatically indicate a door. I don't know what that sign is, but there's no doors on the back.
Oh.
So they're not even hanging out
mean-
around an entrance. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can always
Good.
take a sweep around if you guys just want me to peek around, see what I can suss out, try to stealth around the building, see what I can find.
Sneaky sneak.
I think I'm still pretty sneaky. I might can go with you. Barb, you were like third sneakiest. What is your sneak?
Let me look.
Oh,
I didn't think I was actually that sneaky this time.
I think you were. Dallas and Crave were the most. I think you were.
Let me
next.
look.
let me ask this. Hey, Bakaneko. If I were to
Yeah.
give you, if I were to give you a, what's the word? Sorry, I'm trying to get to my vehicle so I can see my list. If I were to give you one of my little comms, could you put it on an arrow and say fire it in a nearby vicinity to them? See if we can pick up any other dialogue.
Ooh.
I'm picturing it more like a bug than like a walkie-talkie, but I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I would think I could do that. Also, my stealth is only +3. Well, +8 total because of my dex.
It's plus 12,
Looking
so
at the
I
roll.
don't mind to go with you, Craig.
Real
Right.
quick.
How quick?
Nah, he'd have to get close. Never mind.
I was about to say we might try to sneak up and drop one of them instead of shooting an arrow. I feel like shooting an arrow might be hard to hide.
My thought is it's not going to be loud like a gunshot, and if she can hit maybe the far side of this dude's car, or like the ground just beneath it, I guess they would still hear it make some kind of impact, though.
Yeah, it's gonna break or it's gonna stick. So it's gonna be kind of loud. If Crave or I can get close enough up to slide it or something, that might not be
Yeah.
a bad idea.
All right, so if we're gonna do that, Joey, you're gonna need to let me know where you're parking Joan, and then I'm gonna need some tokens down.
I won't want to go too far. It looks like is this a dumpster here?
Yeah.
I might try to pull up lights off and like be in this vicinity to where if something did go wrong, I could get around that corner real quick. And
That
that's
is That is the back of the building. My understanding correctly, he would have to drive around the building through camera view to get there. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that was the case before we did that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think we're gonna be able to get close without getting a camera view. Like I
But
don't,
you could,
you know.
you could park. Hold on. You could park off. To the
Well,
way to
if
the
y'all
right
are gonna
off the
be up
map.
there with these thugs, I don't want anybody to be too far away from reinforcements.
Well, also, two things. First off, with your netrunner there, she can just delete recordings of you guys being there in the first place.
Once we get in,
And
Yeah.
two,
We can get inside, yeah.
you don't know these guys work here.
we don't.
Yeah, it's
just
more
kinda-
just like that.
they're just kind of guys.
Xena's not tactical anyway. She's just getting excited. She's getting.
So if
what
you did
she's
want to,
performing
if you
for.
did want to pull up and park right here, there's, well, like surrounding the area, there's a lot of like streets and parking lots and other warehouses and stuff. So you could get up there without being seen, no problem.
Yeah, want to be close enough to where I can get there in maybe a round and a half to provide reinforcements if needed.
So you could like come in from this area, like this direction.
Oh, if you're pinging, I didn't see that. If you were pinging,
Tiny car, bottom left. But yeah, you'd be like coming just in from this direction, like that.
I think who's doing this walk around? The both of you, Crave and Valerie.
I'm not quite as stealthy as the Revenant, but good enough. Good enough. for-
Mateo gags when he hears you say the Revenant.
Mhm. Good enough for wet work anyway. Besides,
Oh
I'm
no,
for-
Joan became a used subcompact.
for insurance in case this one gets caught.
Gotcha. Well, go on a pair. Take one comms with you to drop off, and then one to communicate. And then I'll tune in the radio when we hear your voices coming through that.
Seems fair enough to me. You got anything
Oh
real
no,
quiet on you?
you can't talk while you're in the car. God damn. Okay, turn it back down.
beep 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 beep. It's like
Feedback loop.
You get like the radio feedback, you know.
Little spike. I'm sorry, what were you saying? I was just being a twat.
No, it's just contributing to that.
Or no, what Josh was saying before that.
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna ask Xena. I don't. How do you normally move? You got anything quiet on you? You know, in case things get dirty. Everything I got's loud and it bangs loud. I just need to make sure that somebody can, you know, take care of things a little quietly.
For instance, I'll have to get loud too. She shows you her Malorian arms. I didn't specify that last time. She doesn't carry Militech gear. SMG. I have to get pretty
Good
loud
girl.
if I have to get pretty loud if we have to engage from a distance. But if we can get close enough, I've got ways of dealing with them quietly. She actually makes a big grin and closes her fist, and she has big knucks as part of her cyberware. So she gets like these
Oh,
big
hell yeah.
brass knuckle style things like cyber out of her, you know, the out of her knuckles. She says, and plus these are pretty quiet. She points to the scrumma sticks.
Melee combat.
Okay. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that, because if I shoot, it's not gonna be quiet. But maybe we'll just be able to
I've
get
got
up in
the-
there.
I've got the machete back here if you want it, but I don't know how good you are with a blade.
I'm just as likely to hit her in the back of the head as I am that guy.
Yeah,
Noted.
let's not do that. I'll tell you what, if things get loud, we'll soften them up with some ordnance, and then, at least that's what Dallas called it, ordnance. You know, grenades and shit, and I'll take it from there.
Now listen, when Militech came busting in, we both felt a little trigger happy. Now I'd had something to drink. I don't normally operate quite that way. Well, I'll take that back. Most of the time I do. I think the first line of defense should maybe be to I don't know, try to talk our way out of it and see how that goes.
Yeah, just pass it off. You're a couple walking home in fucking Night City. You know, you're not looking for trouble. You're just making your way downtown, walking fast. You know, faces pass. You're homebound. Just shit like that.
Wow, I didn't know Dallas was hanging out with a bunch of wussies. All right, well, I'm new here, so we'll try out y'all's way first. But here I go, saying y'all. I'm ready when you are, big guy.
All right, let's do it.
Does that mean we have to make
All right.
I'm scared.
To be obnoxious as y'all are trying to be sneaky, you hear your comms go live as Mateo sets Jones' stereo to play the song Valerie. You just hear in your ear, Valerie!
Oh no, I don't know this.
All right, for sneaking up on these guys, let me get some token drops, man.
Oh, sorry. You
Aye.
said earlier.
Here's a token.
What's a token? Blue?
Guys are getting out of the car.
I need to change.
I'm in me
token to
mom's
the other-
car.
The other picture. It's apparently more widely liked.
Oh,
Did
the
you
reason
get-
I didn't use that is just because it's cropped on like two sides. So like you'd have to use it on like a top and a corner, and it kind of limits how, you know, it's better when you have like headspace.
I can't lie to you. Afterwards, I was like, the second one is a better picture. I'll change it eventually.
It's no big deal.
As you guys are piling out of Joan, you hear a slight little bell jingle as Nico jumps out after you.
Nico!
Valerie,
I figured
you
the
guys-
stray cat.
I figured you guys could use as a backup.
Oh, holy shit! What the fuck?
What well,
Oh,
first
I'm
off,
sorry, let me-
put that bell on silent, please.
Kind of like sarcastically laughs at you and then looks around and he said, "Did you guys pick up Tetsukage?"
No.
That's
we did
okay.
not. It was the solo we were supposed to bring.
I
with
just
us.
remembered that, yeah. Aki gave you a
Oh.
call.
We could still go back and get him. We're just looking.
Yeah, you're just doing
Also,
you're just doing
who
recon
the-
right now, yeah.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce this talking pussy. This is Valerie, Nico, and this is Neko. He's an associate.
Gamish. Kind of like just gives her a greeting, bows to her.
All right, that's a little weird.
I
But
forgot- I forgot she did not know about talking cats, yeah. You get
Yeah.
used to it.
I'll take his little collar off for him as a formality.
I lean over to Xena. I'm like, you don't get used to it.
I'd say like Ubik kind of leans out the car window a little bit. He's like, it gets old.
Yeah. What really fucks with me is when sometimes we're laying in the pews at the Black Mass, like sleeping, and he'll jump up on our chest, and he just feels fleshy, and it's not comforting. It's very unsettling.
I don't like that at all.
He leaves his butthole puckers all over your countertops.
You know.
There's no fur either to stop. Oh, all right, we gotta stop. All right.
Yeah.
All
right, so me and Bakaneko are staying in the car. Valerie and, Xena and Crave and Nico are going to go on foot. Yeah?
Yeah. We
Sounds
just
like
want to
it.
get
Sure.
close enough to drop your little comm, or stealthily drop your little comm, so that everyone can hear
I also have a
us.
tracer, but I don't think they're worth that right now. You know?
We just want to get an idea of anything we can get. If we can't get anything out of them, maybe we just go in. If we don't get anything useful.
You could use the cat as your excuse. Oh, we're chasing our cat. Sorry. Let us just get him real quick. Come on, Mittens.
Mittens, really?
Well, you're not really much of a snowball, my friend. I'm sorry. Flesh ball.
Fleshy.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
All right.
Pull a machine gun out of the dashboard just to be ready.
I'm gonna hug the wall like this way, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You'll kind of run
Um,
ahead a little bit.
And as we're moving through, I'll also probably check to see if like there are any windows, entrances, or anything of interest as we sort of pass along.
You don't see any windows. You see a couple vents, like air vents and stuff like that. But a couple AC units.
Hang on just a second. Nico, right? We come here for a second. Valerie wants to put the comm.
The comms on him and have him drop it.
I
I was just-
Yeah.
I was gonna wait. I was just gonna be like, I gave you a literal cat.
I just I was like, wait a fucking second.
I was going to let y'all make rolls and start to move up and then say something to Barb. Like, do you think we should have just had the cat do this?
put it in a scholar. Like, he could even go into the car and they wouldn't even know he's there. Like, all kinds of good shit.
Yeah, he can just play cute.
Mm-hmm.
Just for funsies.
But you did
I'm
take
gonna do a
scholar
couple
off.
rolls. I'm gonna do a couple rolls for Nico. Yes, he takes the bell off.
Oh, okay, the bell. I was afraid of the collar.
Now there's nothing to clip the comms to, so we have to clamp it to his
Oh, I
flat.
was gonna take his bell off as a
Yeah.
courtesy. That way I can hold on to it.
Take the
Oh,
bell
yeah?
off, replace the bell with the comm. Send it. Full send.
Got that cat. Oh no, fuck you. He's got like a 27 for that first one because he's a cat.
Love that. Good for him. Meow.
Mew.
Lemio.
Get up. Yeah. All right, Nico sneaks up to the car and he just kind of like crouches behind the tires real quick and kind of nuzzles up to these Edgerunners as they have their conversation. Kind of whispers into it and he's like, testing.
We read too loud and clear, Flashball.
All right. So there's 3 distinct voices that are coming through here with I wouldn't say very distinct, but these guys are from the UK somewhere. There's some right chavs, you know? The guy that's in all in gold with the pompadour talking with a very thick Elvis impersonation. Like a real Nashville, Tennessee kind of wha-ha Elvis impersonation.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. They're just kind of talking. Kind of shooting the shit, talking. But what they're talking about is the facility itself. A couple of the guys over here are talking. He's just like, I don't know, Tommy. This whole place is kind of creepy, isn't it? Tommy just kind of looks at him and he's like, look here, Reggie. Militech's been doing all kinds of spooky stuff ever since they started. Whole facility running by itself ain't that weird if you think about it. Elvis guy just kind of leans up and smokes a cigarette a little bit. And he says, once we get the contact here, or once the Netrunner gets here, Maybe we can get this show on the road. But until we can get through them security systems, we might as well just stay out here.
Mm. Sounds like they're doing what we're doing.
The Elvis guy kind of takes a drag off his cigarette, and throws it on the ground, and kind of stomps it out with a pair of snakeskin boots. I don't know if you guys have seen that Nicolas Cage movie Wild at Heart, but yeah, he's got the snakeskin jacket. This symbolizes his belief in personal freedom.
Oh my god. I guess if we sent just the cat, are y'all in the cab with us? Or y'all hang
Next to the
outside?
car, maybe where we
Heck
are
no,
now.
I'm not getting back in there. I'm leaned up against this dumpster.
What do we think? Should we deal with them because it looks like they're after our job? Should we try to break in from another angle? I'm worried if we go in somewhere else, they might come in at a different time and screw us up. But they might also be a good distraction. If we let them break in and we use that as an opportunity to try to break in somewhere else.
Or more importantly, we let them determine where the security systems are, see who comes for them, and use them as fodder.
We could also have Nico put the grenade under their car and cause a scene and see if that will draw enough attention.
I mean, that sounds
to
really
be
fun.
distraction.
I'm sure Nico would be about it.
It'd be really distracting.
It's very guerrilla.
I kept thinking
tactics
we need a
here.
drone, and I realized we have a cat. Everything that we need a drone.
Listen, all I'm saying is you got 4 warm bodies who could do a lot of the hard stuff that we don't want to have to deal with, like, you know, seeing what bells ring, seeing what blows them up. Maybe they're not even after the same thing we are. We can pretend to be mutual.
The timing seems suspicious. They also referred to Militech. They said Militech has all sorts of crazy stuff. Place running on its own. Doesn't necessarily imply who they're working for. Never mind. Wants to know who sent them here.
And I'll say it, you know,
Yeah, and
they
it's
don't
not
seem like they have a
specific.
specific.
A net
Cyrus
runner's
Fletcher
got-
did let you guys know that it is an abandoned Militech facility full of goodies.
Yeah.
And so,
So when you
I was
guys
gonna
break-
say,
And he said
Fixer
you guys
has
can
done this.
you guys just can have your pick of whatever you guys find as long as you wipe the data. So it's probably not too common knowledge, but it's probably not unknown that there is an abandoned Militech facility full of gear.
I think
I see.
we have a decision to make. Do we want to deal with security, or do we want to deal with them when we almost inevitably have to, if we use them for that purpose?
Well, we would have to deal with both. If we deal with them now, we'll still have to deal with security.
But we
Uh,
have a potentially very dangerous threat. Maybe I should ask
But
which we'd think is more dangerous, security or them.
Well, but it is not as if the security and them are aligned. They are actually, in a way, allies of a sort.
If only we had picked up the big cyber ninja.
my proposal is this.
Oh,
they
we
seem to
should
be
probably
struggling.
Go back and pick up the big cyber ninja. He might go
They seem
somewhere.
to be struggling with a way to get in. We got somebody who can jack in, turn off security cameras, turn off security in general, maybe. We propose that we have a way to get them in, and that we can even let them take some stuff out with them if they want. You know, temporary allies.
So I
Let's
thought
be
Now,
claimed dibs.
that's not usually how I operate. I'm viewing them as more like meat shields than anything else, but
I don't think don't what's from the what's
Enemy
it
of
say?
our enemy and all.
Yeah, but don't trust anyone in Night City. Is that the phrase? Is that what they say?
And yet, well, part of me. So here are options. We could try to take care of them here and then deal with security ourselves. We can let them try to break in and have security deal with them, and either us attack at the same time and take out whoever wins in that firefight, or let them get the walls down and make it easier for us to get in. Or we could try to hook up with them and say, "Hey, work together to get in, and then split the booty. We get dibs on this particular thing we're looking for, and then anything else is 50-50. And then they have a net runner right now, as opposed to having to wait for one.
So
But what
do-
if there's some really cool shit in there?
Yeah, and I'm afraid
Then we kill them and take all the shit.
So here's my biggest thing is if we're gonna kill them, I want to do it when they don't know we're here. That surprise in a game like this, I feel like is huge to get.
Yeah.
But we could
jump on
utilize them as a weapon up till that point we decide we don't
I
need them
agree.
anymore.
I agree. I'm just saying if we're gonna fight them, I want to hit them when they don't know we're here. I'm a little afraid
Man.
to talk
Well, no.
to them. So how long?
No,
would it
I'm
take-
saying
can
let's.
Hold on, before we keep arguing real fast. Can I ask Nico, how long would it take us to get to Tetsukage and back? Because he's in Japantown. I forgot where. My thought is if someone can go get him and someone can stay to watch, if it's a short enough time, someone has eyes on these people the whole time, and then when we get back with him, we can let them trip security and then ambush them.
Part of my hesitation with that is then we're leaving 2 or fewer people here to, potentially be discovered and or ambush themselves. What's the deal with this? I don't remember much about the cyber samurai dude. What do we need him for?
Well,
Or is he
it's
just
gonna
extra
be-
hand?
Muscle.
Essentially, it's going to be adding another solo to the party, which is going to be a significant
And he's
boost in
like-
combat ability.
Really
Also, Lord-
Borgy.
Lord Aki wanted him going along
Yeah.
once he heard
That's the
about
main
once he heard about the warehouse job.
And we don't
We
want to.
didn't even get given a reason why. He just said, "Come pick this dude up if you're going." There's something he wants him to get.
I see.
Alternatively,
I'm fine with that. I just didn't know if there was a reason, like he had some particular way in or something.
we could
He
also send one
might.
person to get him. We could flip that. Send one person to get him. Leave 3 here. 4 here.
How many seats does Joan have currently? Because I know you did have
I
a seating
got-
upgrade, but
Yeah, I think it's 6 now. Let me see.
Man, you guys are boring. I'm gonna look around this area and see if there's any way to get on the roof.
6, yeah.
6. Josh, I heard you. See here.
Order of operations, you're good.
If you cram in the car, yeah, you should have enough room. If somebody stays here to keep an eye on,
We're thinking multiple are going to stay here. I
So,
prefer that to
there
the
we go.
alternative.
all right, who's staying, who's going?
I can go pick him up solo if the 3 of you and Nico want to stay.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Very well. Let me move Nico back over. Bum 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 bum. You're driving on the highway.
The hell.
All right.
Transition slide, love it.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Like a loading screen. Like,
I got the Roll20 window like compressed a little bit, so I gotta like scroll through the maps. All right, so you come through, come up to the outskirts of old Japantown.
Mateo drive.
Yeah, not exactly close, but
I'm supposed to say an hour back after a 40-minute drive.
Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. You're able to get an splash lane. A lot of traffic this way. When we're you pull up to the coordinates that Aki gave you and find an empty bus stop.
an empty bus stop.
Mm-hmm.
This feels super sketch. I maybe should have brought back up. I tap the horn once. Nothing.
See here, you tap the horn. Kind of do like as a, like a little announcement that you're here. Let them know. Let me pull up his sheet real quick. I'm gonna do something. I want to try something. Oh my god. So, you honk the horn, and you look out the driver's window down the street. And when you look back over, he's sitting in the passenger seat already.
Be like, no lie, that was pretty badass. But
With a 33, dude.
oh shit, that's terrifying. My doors were locked too. How the fuck? Like,
He locked the doors back.
Mateo
He's
needs
like-
a new pair of pants.
I forgot this guy's name. What do we say? Cyber Ninja? Taka.
Okay.
Tetsukage.
Hetsukage. Ah, Hetsukage. I see why Akihiko wanted you on this job.
It's like, you must be the nomad. He kind of like looks up at you. He like looks you up and down. When you look at this guy, it looks like he has skin, but it's
No.
synthetic. It's a little bit shiny.
It's a terrible way to start a sentence. It looks like he has skin. Like
It does. It does. Like most of this guy is prosthetic. Like this guy is more. This guy is more machine than man. However, like doesn't seem like witchy, cyberpsychic. Like all the normal signs of cyberpsychosis aren't there. But this guy is fully borged out.
Okay. Yeah, we've got a few people posted at the warehouse now. There's a few unexpected operatives outside, but we're thinking we might be able to use them to our advantage. I'll fill you in on the way.
Let's hope so.
Meow.
Boom. Shazam.
Awkward silence on the way back. So, do you like music? This DJ Wageman, he's pretty good. You should check him out. He's on
Oh, he's like,
Spotify, YouTube.
Do you like music? And he's like, no. And just stares ahead.
Well, tough shit. Driver picks the playlist. Passenger shuts their pie hole. Anybody get that reference? Huh?
Supernatural.
Huh? Yeah! There we go.
There you go. Alright, here we are.
Yeah.
Tatsukage gets out. He sees Bakaneko and kind of gives her a nod. You know, he's a little bit more familiar with her and her dealings with Aki. He looks up and down. He's like, so, we're at the warehouse, it seems. How long have you guys been here?
Hour or two?
Yeah, depending on how long.
Shh, don't tell him that. He's gonna think we're incompetent.
Well, you know, been here a little bit.
We thought it'd be impolite to start with.
Deeply unsettling.
Alright. He kind of looks the place up and down. He's like, alright, where are these interlopers that you told me about?
He's about to go fucking tear him up.
Level. Interloper's got me good. That Viking.
Interloper.
Yeah. They're over there. She jerks her thumb back that way.
Alright. You turn to go point at the guys, and then Tetsukage disappears.
Fuck, man.
What the f-
Iron Ninja.
Should did we just condemn those men to death? Like,
After a minute, Tetsukage comes back and lets you guys know that these Edgerunners don't appear to be on any kind of hostile mission. Seems like they're on a scavenging crew. Seems possibly sent by some kind of fixer to pick up some equipment on the inside.
It's not too far off from what we guessed, I think.
See? Should have just gone and talked to him.
Do you think they're a threat?
He kind of like chuckles a little bit. He's like, I don't see them as an obstacle, no.
Shit.
We should fight later. I think it would be fun. Spar. I shouldn't say fight. We should spar later. I think it would be fun. Big difference. I mean, y'all want to try to... We have to wait for the Netrunner to get here if we're going to let them trip security first.
I'm the Netrunner.
We have the net
A
runner.
Netrunner.
But they're waiting on a Netrunner. And if we want them to go ahead...
yeah, Xena wants us to
Okay,
let
fair.
them sort of go ahead and get through things first.
And then when they're done, we'll dispose of them. Judiciously.
Man, I think you misunderstood my proposal earlier. We could have gotten there a lot faster if we would have said, why are you waiting on a nut runner? We got one with us. Let him walk in the front door and see what kind of crap popped off. That's what I wanted to
That
do.
would also-
you guys decided
that would
to dick
also-
around.
I don't want to
Put
let
little
would
baby
also-
forward with an unknown group of strangers. That's great.
Yeah, I don't want them to know we're
What?
here.
Well, here's the thing, Xena. If they go in first and they get to have eyes on everything first, we don't know what they get to take or tamper with before we catch up. If we're trying to lay back and stay out of sight, we're not going to see what they're doing. I think there's a case to be made for breaking in together because we can keep eyes on them.
More
Or we
importantly,
deal with them in the parking lot.
You guys need self-confidence. I could kill all 4 of them before they even knew what happened. You think they're any kind of problem? I don't give a crap they know I'm here or not.
Yeah, I have no problem as far as I think we could take them 100%, but I think they are a tool that we can use. No.
Brave over here, Doctor of Death.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get
Let's
on the
make a
roof. I'm
decision.
just like, I'll kill everything.
Let's make a decision now. We all seem to be in agreement on using them. It's whether that we want to ask them or let them do it for us without telling them. Who wants to let them do it without telling them?
Oh, hang on. I look at Tetsukage. I'm like, so you just walked up to him, introduced yourself, and they said, "Yeah, we're just here to scavenge." Or what happened?
No,
over there?
the implication is that he stealthily went over there, kind of like what Nico did, and sussed him out a little bit. He got a little bit more information.
Okay.
That he recognizes the gold motherfucker as a member of the Elvises, which is a Elvis impersonator poser gang.
Shut the fuck up. That's not a thing. Is
I
that...
mean,
Is
yeah,
that,
it is.
is that the kind of
Sorry.
thing that like?
Wait, that is canonically a thing, or this is a thing you made? Oh
That's
no!
Do we
There's
know,
also one called the Gilligans, which is fun.
Like
do we
Gilligan's
know-
Island?
Do we know anything about them? Like, is that immediate like loss of respect from any person versed in violence? Like, are they all
Not really.
posers?
Well, I mean, poser gang is kind of a broad term. It's just any kind of gang that like uses cosmetic
Persona
surgeries
like
and
that.
augmentations and stuff to look like other celebrities.
Are the okay? So the vampires are not poser gangs. That's different.
Technically, the vampires are a poser gang, yes, since they
Okay.
use it to become vampires instead. Yeah.
Look, guys. To be honest, since I've seen Dallas like that way, I've just been ready to crack some skulls. So I'll go along with whatever it is you guys are interested in doing. If it turns violent, then it turns violent.
That is what the vote is for, Xena.
No, I mean like, y'all want to go up to him? We'll walk up to him. I'm down.
Listen, all I'm saying is we've been here talking for 45 minutes and not a single one's walked over and noticed us. I don't think they're very good at anything requiring perception or ability.
I thought y'all were just.
I
that
concur.
good.
Who wants to be our? Who has good human perception? Who wants to be our taco? Our talker.
Yeah. I hate to. Man, I think it normally.
Let me see what mine is.
But I hate to use him while he's not here.
Yeah, he's got a cold.
For persuasion, I have a +7, which isn't terrible.
Let me see.
What is this persuasion you talk about? Mine's pretty high too, but not particularly high.
My persuasion's +10.
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty good.
I say you do
Also,
the talking, and
It's a
we'll
good
back
thing
you
that
up.
Ubik's not here because Ubik's not a fan of murder in cold blood. He would not have been with the plan of.
He
just
would have
go
been
kill them.
bonking us already.
Well,
My human perception is +7. I know that got mentioned earlier.
Mine are all bad. I only go for herd and stuff right now.
I say we approach, try to have the conversation of working together. You do the talking, we'll back you up. If they make any funny moves, we take them out. Otherwise, we try to see if we can use them as meat shields once we get inside.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So we just gonna casually go up to him? Do you want me to start yapping?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
more of us. I think you can mostly safely do that.
I was like, what's
Does
the
it-
most least threatening way to bounce up there?
You, me, and a cat.
No, I think it'd be if we all just approach as a group. I think it'll be okay. You know.
Well, I don't think the cyber ninja just walks to places. I think he has to disappear into shadow before it happens. So some of us are going to be hidden.
But
Crave, I know, is pretty good at the range. He might, if you want, you might be good to hide too. But I'll leave that up to you.
If the three of us walk up, we do not have strength of numbers. But I don't know.
But that also makes them show their hand a little bit, right? they seem aggressive or assertive, then we
Yeah.
know that they are not the kind of people we want to deal with anyway.
Let's do it.
That's right.
Kage
All right.
and Crave hide.
Sure.
Do it.
And I'll just bounce up to him, I guess, and just casual. Hi, fellas.
If you
I'm
bounce
gonna
up, do you get advantage? Like,
I am gonna
All right,
stay. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Crave-
about 5 feet.
Crave-
behind her.
Crave, give me a stealth check before we do this.
Man, Tetsukage's gonna make me look stupid though. I only
yeah,
rolled a
he really
17.
is.
It's not the best, but
17's not bad.
that's only 30 less than Hetsukage.
I mean, I have a plus 14. It's pretty bad.
Oh, I didn't know all that.
Base
I mean, that's
14,
still not terrible. All right, you guys disappear into the shadows. I have to get a 17 to be able to see you. And who's walking up first? It seems that they've already broken into a 6-pack that was in the trunk of one of the cars. And there's a couple empties on the ground already.
I'll walk up beside Bakaneko and sounds like Valerie a few feet behind. Not trying to be sneaky, but
Yeah, I'm just over here. Hey, fellas, how's it going? Just
One of them will poke his head-
non-threatening.
One of them must poke his head up and be like, "Oh, what's this then?"
Just a couple of rowdy folk looking to look through Militech shit. How about y'all? What are y'all up to?
The guy with the red hat will be like, "Oh, that's about what we're doing here." And then the other guy will kind of nudge him a little bit, and he's like, "Shut up, man. Just go tell everyone our business, why don't you?"
I mean, if
to be
y'all
fair,
want,
we did lead with our business.
yeah. I mean, if y'all, want, we can all go in together just in case there happens to be, some security issues or something. You know how Militech is.
The blonde Elvis guy will kind of like poke his head up and look over, and he'll make direct eye contact with you, Bakaneko.
Don't
He'll kind of swander over and be like, "Hey, kitty mama. What you do? What's a pretty girl like you doing in a place like this?"
Does he touch me at all?
No,
Okay. So
but he
he's
does
just up on me.
he does finger guns and does like a hip thrust a little bit.
No, if he gets, yeah.
Bakaneko's
He gets-
disgust is so visible on her face. She's gonna lie and say, "I'm a child, sir."
I don't think it makes a difference for him.
Well, I mean, yeah, if we're going from an Elvis kind of
Yeah.
standpoint, that's not really.
Priscilla was like 13, dude. Like, it's not good.
Oh, mama.
Mateo's real close to me, right?
Yeah, no, I'll clear my throat and step up and be like,
No.
It's
I
right.
was gonna put my arm around you and be like, "Seats taken."
sorry, no, the booty you have, there's only one kind of booty you're going to be getting tonight, my friend, and it is not hers. But, play your cards right, might give you a cut of what's inside. We have a Netrunner ready to go. One of the best in the city.
I'll kind of look you up and down. You're like, the best nut runner, you say? Surely you're not talking about her, are you?
Oh, but of course. Mateo actually talking about Neko.
Meow meow.
Meow meow meow. Gonna be offended that he suggests that I can't do it.
What's
He might be trying to goad you, but, negging is kind of a complicated flirtation technique. I never got the hang of it.
That is mighty generous of you, but the cargo that we're going after can only be opened by a certain runner that we are in contact with. However, if you want to give the doors a shot, we'd be more than happy to let you all come in and take your pick of the booty, so to speak.
Mateo will privately, in comms, say, do we want to check to make sure the booty thereafter is not ours? Or do we want to just wait till we get to that point and then make the shot as we see it?
I mean, if they're waiting and we go in first, we can just take our shit. And if
I
they
think
don't
we're all
like
going
it,
to be... I think it's
You
going to be
know.
more of a all of us in at once kind of thing. You ever seen the old footage of Black Fridays before the collapse? Yeah, I think it'll be like that.
They might third party us.
Oh.
I'd be afraid of that. We won't all go in together. What is it? I very much agree. What is it that y'all are after? What is it you guys are after over there? Or in there?
Xena, I was saying if we should discuss it, or if we want to try to just let them not realize that we're after potentially the same thing.
I want to
But
know.
you've said it. It's fine.
It's in character for Xena. I'm the meathead now.
Gold Elvis will kind of put his kind of raise his eyebrows at Xena a little bit and kind of slither over onto her.
Oh God.
She
Be
That's a
like-
good word.
yeah, she gives him the super resting bitch face. The kind you
He's
only
like,
get
"Well."
from very practiced martial artists.
Well, Mamacita, we're after some prototype cyber optics. The Militech says they were using. We got a fixer all lined up, waiting for shipment. But it seems to be
There's
that
not-
there's a bunch of other fine treasures in here from the looks of it. Considering that you crew is also here.
It sounds like our objectives are different. I'm fine with you get your optics, we get what we came for, and we split perhaps anything we find along the way.
Sounds like a plan to me. And then he kind of extends his hand to you, Mateo, and he says, "My name's Adam Alpha."
Barry Beta, heard. No. No, I won't be too smart. Pleasure to meet you, Adam.
Because you know,
This
there's
is
only
Buck-
one thing. There's only one thing better than Bravo, and that's Alpha.
Oh God, shut the fuck.
Yeah, baby.
Oh God.
Hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Anyway, he'll let you know that the entrance that they're trying to get to is the entrance on the left right here. There's a garage door for looks like for larger shipments. There's a personnel door just to the left with a keypad.
I'm sorry, we can't see your pings. Is this the personnel door?
Yes.
This
On the
is
right
the
here.
garage door?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the garage door's right here.
Oh, here. Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah. There is a garage door up here, yeah, but that's the shipping ones. The loading bay and all that.
So we've got to get you inside Bakaneko before you can work on those?
Seems that way.
The garage door isn't anything too difficult. Can Mateo take like a crowbar and
I was
his
about to
jack
ask.
from Joan and like jack it up a bit where he can slide under?
I don't mind to help him with that. I'm also pretty strong.
You folks can try. But try not to bang stuff up too much. We don't want too many people to know that we were here.
But we don't have to worry about that.
All this discretion.
Yeah, you just want to like blow the doors open.
No, we're gonna pry him open. That's mildly less violent.
Mildly.
And it
Let's
should
see
be
here.
quieter than any of our explosive options.
Cool empathy. Reflexes.
I guess we could also try to kick a door open. I like the idea better. A prime with a crowbar or something.
Trying to figure out what the roll would be. So it'd be athletics to try to pry it open.
Athletics.
You could
Uh,
do
is
a electronics and security check to try to get the keypad for the door to get that open.
Can me and Xena tackle the athletics together? I've
Yeah,
got
go
a
for
plus
it.
12.
I have a plus
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
12 plus 14.
I don't mind if I have less than you. I had more than Dallas, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, no,
Um,
she's
mm.
built for this kind of thing. She's the
Since you got someone helping,
barbarian.
whoever's doing the roll, since you have someone helping you, the DV will be lowered by 1 since you have someone helping you.
Ben repping
Um,
the Kraken headset. Gotta call it. Shout out for the Colt, the Kraken Colt, Razor Colt. Pardon. All right. Xena will. Xena will be like, let me see that. I think I got this. She'll take the crowbar from Mateo and She'll stand furthest back. Let Mateo help her out. 23?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
With one fluid movement, Xena slides the crowbar underneath the smallest gap under the door, and pops it up about 8 to 9 inches. And Mateo falls on his back and slides underneath, and then gets
I put my jap underneath it so it keeps it up, so she doesn't have to hold it.
pop. Slides underneath. She lets it go with a bang, and Mateo pops the door open.
Also, I feel like in Cyberpunk it would be a bottle jack
It really would.
if they were tall enough.